DPA ads, right for your business? Are catalog ads really the thing that are going to help you move forward? Is this the right tool for the job for you today? I sat down with Dan Pantello, the founder of Marpipe, to really get down to what makes catalog ads best for your business and when is it just the wrong thing. Let's get into it. This is going to be amazing. And by the way, if you do find that these are the best for you and they really do work out, there's also a link in the description so that you can join Marpipe and never have to pay full price. It's the easiest way to make an extra 15 to 50 cents profit for every dollar that you spend. Let's go.
It's amazing to see, your perspective on DPA catalog ads and the role that it has to play in e-commerce businesses is unique and refreshing and confirms everything that we've seen day in and day out. I know you look at ad accounts all day. We see hundreds of ad accounts that run DPA, and everything you said reinforces like what we have been seeing work and what we've been seeing not work. And just to recap everything that we covered here, right?
Okay, let's try to do it.
So quick rundown is, in the first half of this, we taught you how to set up a DPA campaign from scratch, which means the core tenets of that: custom conversion events, custom labels, the nuts and bolts setup of where are you on the retargeting versus prospecting spectrum.
Yeah, how to make money on day one and spend up with confidence.
ASC versus old school DPA versus DABA, right? What does it mean? What's the difference, right? So you know how to set up DPA campaigns and how to make sure those are running. And then, and by the way, and then number two was about the creative side, right? And where we can optimize beyond that.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm saying this against my own interest. You should totally have your catalog ads set up and running, or with just the core fundamentals before you breach into something like creative optimization, right?
Make it work and then spend the profit margin by making it work a lot better.
Exactly.
You need an MVP, because the honest truth is, some brands catalog doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. And
that's totally fine.
And if you test catalog, and this is largely a lot of low SKU brand, right? If you have one SKU, one hero product, if you're a one product store, or you have 10 SKUs or 15.
I was talking to our buddy from Hostage Tape, and I was like, bro, he's like, dude, he DM'd me on Twitter. What is the deal with DPA? And I'm like, dude, there's a lot of stuff. Check the video, but it's probably not right for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's totally viable.
Yeah. Just yesterday, I was on a demo call where someone wanted to use Marpipe, and I was like, have you run DPA yet? They're like, no, never. I'm like, how many SKUs do you have? They're like 12. And I'm like, you know what? I'm saying this against my own interest. I could close the sale right now, but I'm just going to tell you, look, I don't think DPA is going to work for you because of those red, those are orange flags. It doesn't mean it won't. You should test it. It might work for you, but you should run just vanilla DPA ads. And if you try it and it's nowhere even in the ballpark or horizon of performance that you need, then creative optimization is only going to help you so much.
Yeah, you can only shine a turd. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to turn into diamond.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's not right for everyone. We recommend definitely always doing the original vanilla setup. And if that works in your ballpark of performance, then you can absolutely take it to the next level 100%. With creative optimization, right?
Yeah.
And so that's where someone like a tool like Marpipe would come in.
I've done creative treatments with other services over the years, and we talked about some of them, right? And I ended all of those relationships. Some of them were cheaper. Some of them were astronomically more expensive. But there's a fundamental difference between the person behind it trying to have tech that it makes a good sales pitch, and somebody who's an entrepreneur trying to make successful business relationships that cares about your bottom line. And I think people will be stoked, and we'll make sure there's a link for checking out Marpipe. We'll put that in and make sure that everybody gets taken care of, and that they'll be set up from day one. And I'll say this: I think it's really important to understand how your business makes money, and to not chase the Joneses, but just see what works for you. And if you are a business where selling multiple SKUs and having multiple paths to a transaction is good for you, and a level up for what you're doing, and you are scaling that, and ultimately you've addressed the strategy, you know what works, adjusting the creative of what you put into a visual experiential environment is a no-brainer to try. And very, very rarely have I ever seen people that can make something work, that make it a better experience, not see a return on making their customer happier with seeing what they're doing. Like it makes it so easy to justify, because the bottom line only has to be a little bit extra each day. Like it's my point to all of that being that I'm glad somebody made it easy in a way where they care about the end customer. And I think that what I hope is that we've helped people understand not only the value, but more importantly, also what to do when they get there. And if you're not ready to join, if you're not ready to get it, if it's not right for you, maybe what we've talked about today is how to set the machine up to be successful, so that you go from being stressed out to being successful and have the opportunity to actually leverage this thing to amplify what you're doing.
Dude, incredibly well put. Incredibly well put. Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
You're in my space, but
I'm in your space.
I'm coming into your space also.
Yeah.
So it was a great jam, and thank you guys for watching along. Thanks. Hi, Charley people.
All right, man. Well, thank you very much, dude. We'll chat later.
Sounds good, man.
All right.
Woo! Good, dude.
Yeah.